Please welcome the very talented and famous John Derringer.
Hey, Tom. How are you, buddy? Great to see you, pal. So awesome just to see so many old friends and colleagues. This is a bit of a different vibe than these were in 1983 and 1984, and most of us will remember tomorrow. I'm honored to be here this evening to welcome John Cassaday to the CMW Hall of Fame. Just last month, John wrapped up his time as the CEO of Chorus Entertainment after 15 years. Now, over the course of my career, there have been more than a few bosses I would have loved to have spoken about publicly a month after their retirement, but I'd probably still be dealing with the slander suits. And don't worry, Gary, I'm not naming names tonight. This evening, we pay tribute to a man who combines all of the talents necessary to oversee the operations of two of Canada's largest media companies, as he has done for the past 25 years. John Cassaday, well, you're going to see John and meet John in a couple of moments, and the man just exudes class and dignity of the select few who are destined in life to head to the very top of the pyramid. John hasn't always been in the media game, though. He was once an executive with Campbell's Soup, making him popular with the toothless, kids, and those with nuclear fallout shelters dug under their backyard. So, you've got to wonder, how does a proven young executive at Campbell's Soup successfully switch gears to CTV and then Chorus Entertainment? Beyond the fact that John has the requisite administrative skills to run any company anywhere, there are two reasons, and in my mind, they are the main reasons that John is being honored here tonight. He is a CEO with a supernatural ability to connect with his employees, his ability to show deep respect for the accomplishment, or maybe more importantly, the plight of anyone who works for him is truly unsurpassed. And that goes from the executive suite to the most recent junior producer, who he probably knows wife and kids by name. That's the kind of guy he is. Needless to say, that quality has also led to an astonishing commitment to the community, not only here in Toronto, but across country. The other thing that sets John Cassaday apart is how he quickly came to understand the unique nature of the personalities involved in the broadcasting industry. I'm the first to admit that meatheads like me can be mercurial at the best of times. John has a great understanding of the tribulations that come with an industry that, as we all know, has both the rewards and challenges that are unseen by most other businesses. And on a personal note, I would like to add one more thing. This is 1 month after John left the company today. John Cassaday, I look up to you like I do very few men I've known in my life. Thank you for the advice, for the support, for always having time for me whenever I needed your ear, and for 15 years knowing that every single day you had my back. There is nothing more that anyone can ask from a boss than that. Please turn your attention to the screens and a little more about John Cassaday.
CTV was in kind of disarray, and they got a search company to scour the world and found John in England, where he was running Campbell's Soups.
It was a company that had serious structural problems, and along comes John.
He brought with him an experience in marketing and a competitive sort of a spirit that had been, frankly, somewhat lacking.
He brought a lot of vigor, enthusiasm to the network, gave us a huge lift.
He used to always say it was fun going from soup to nuts as he joined the broadcasting industry.
He is not only a terrific businessman because he turned around CTV, he has people skills which I have rarely met.
From the very early days, you could see he was a natural-born leader, an instinctive marketer, a superb listener.
I never felt that I was working for John. I always felt I was working with him.
Someone that could inspire a crowd, someone that could speak to detail as well as to the big picture.
The Shaw family said to John in 1999, we want you to create Chorus. Well, look what he's done in 15 years.
Chorus Key is a state-of-the-art building, but the other thing is that it's a catalyst for the change of this part of the city.
Coming from CTV, Chorus for him was really an opportunity to build something that he could be proud of.
Chorus is really very much his creation. He built this company, these great assets, bit by bit and step by step.
And I think the really special part is seeing how much of his values have actually translated into the values of Chorus.
He gets a great deal of inner energy and passion over being involved with people that he likes and doing good things.
John is certainly a man of character. And secondly, capacity. John has an enormous capacity to work, and he has incredible analysis and detail of all aspects of our business.
I would credit John with the rapid development of branded content.
He's always kind of one step ahead. If I use the Gretzky analogy, he knows where the puck's going.
Very professional, strategic thinker, but also really interested in people and a real curiosity.
He leads with intelligence, integrity, elegance, humor, and humanity.
And he's a great diplomat. And there were very many issues over the last 30 years where the industry might have been at loggerheads, and he kind of helped get us to where we needed to be.
John has built an amazing team here at Chorus. Great brands, great assets.
When John finally gets off his butt and runs for Parliament, he'll make a very good cabinet minister.
Congratulations, John.
My personal congratulations on this honor.
You're a leader that did more than just run a business. You built a company on a foundation that respects people, employees, and ultimately the viewers.
Order of Canada, now all this.
Congratulations, John.
I just want to thank you for your leadership and your graciousness.
Congratulations, John. Well done.
It's well deserved.
We are so beyond happy for you. This is such a great accomplishment.
I'm so pleased that you're being honored.
And may your next chapter be everything your heart desires.
Congratulations, Dad.
Please welcome John Cassaday.
There you go, John.
Well, thank you, John.
I'll put that down.
I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Thank you. Good evening, everyone. My son Jesse was right. He said, just say thank you. And after that video and John, your very warm introduction, that was obviously good advice, but I would like to make a few comments tonight. First of all, I would like to formally thank you, John. I'm very, very proud to have worked with John Derringer for the past 15 years. During that time, he has clearly risen to the top of his profession, and I know he will stay there because he understands both the importance of giving back to his community, and he continually pushes himself to serve his audience better each and every day. You're a true professional. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm very, very grateful for this recognition tonight, and I also want to thank Neil Dixon for the effort that he puts into staging this industry event each and every year. And as we can see by the turnout tonight, it is a monumental success. I've really enjoyed, thank you, Neil deserves that recognition. I've enjoyed an incredible career in broadcasting spanning 25 years. And during that time, there has been massive change in technology that has resulted in massive changes in consumption patterns. So it's been both challenging and stimulating. The roles that I have had at Chorus and CTV also provided me with access to countless interesting people, world leaders in business, sport, government, entertainment, and the social sector. I had the chance to oversee some great brands and work with some brilliant people on the technical, creative, and managerial sides of our business. I also enjoyed participating in multiple segments of our industry, from news to sports, to music, to programming, both domestically and internationally. As I said, it's been a wonderful 25 years. Tonight, there are a number of us from this industry who will become celebrities of a sort as we are recognized for our accomplishments. Henry Kissinger once said, "The nice thing about being a celebrity is that if you bore people, they will think it's their fault." So, to my fellow honorees, think of your induction tonight as the equivalent of a hall pass, where you are no longer required to be witty, erudite, or even sober. I'm very, very proud to join previous Broadcast Industry Hall of Fame inductees, all wonderful people who I've gotten to know well over the past 25 years, including, just to name a few, Alan Waters, Jim Waters, Moses Neimer, Gary Slate, Ian Greenberg, and of course my colleague John Derringer. Also allow me to congratulate tonight Brian Adams, Steve Kane, the Cowboy Junkies, Darren Troop, Shushma Dat, all of which deserve to be honored at this dinner this evening. If we are to be judged by the company we keep, I feel I'm in pretty good company this evening. There are many things that I would like to have spoken to you about tonight, but time doesn't permit a long trip down memory lane. So I'm going to restrict my comments to radio and make a few observations about the kind of leadership that I think is required to maintain radio status in Canada as its most resilient and increasingly relevant medium, and ensure that we have access to audiences to continue to expose talented Canadian musicians like those that are being honored and showcased here this evening. Marilyn Monroe, in the early 50s, cemented the importance of radio in our lives when she said, "I had the radio on," when asked if she really had nothing on during a calendar shoot. Radio was always important to me. I have vivid memories as a young boy of countless nights under the covers picking up ball games from across New York State and Ohio. I developed my appreciation for R&B, still my favorite genre of music, listening to Windsor CKLW, which we already heard about tonight, while living in London, Ontario. And the power of spoken word was locked in for me while listening to Dave Marsden, or Dave Mickey, as he was known at the time, when I was a preteen living in Hamilton, Ontario. So here is my very brief prescription for radio. Number one, keep it local. Our industry is stronger in Canada today than it is in the United States, and a big contributor to that success is our local relevance. Develop your local talent and keep them focused on local topics. Second, resist the urge. Resist the urge to over-commercialize. Another reason Canadian radio has outperformed our counterparts in the United States is less clutter. Charge more for your inventory, don't increase your inventory. At Chorus, we paid the price in certain markets where we let this get away from us, and please learn from our experience. The third thing I'd like to recommend is that we support regulatory change regarding the ownership of more than 2 FMs in a market. Radio is radio. The AM and FM band distinction is irrelevant to our listeners. Today's consumers want content to be platform agnostic. To change this rule, the CRTC will need to hear a consensus emerge from our industry. When we sold our radio stations recently in Quebec City, we had the last remaining AM in the market. Whether it's low power or second adjacencies, migrating our AMs to FMs, or even better, shifting the entire industry to high definition, is critical to radio's long-term survival. I also recommend that we support the unblocking of the radio chip in smartphones to ensure that radio continues to be ubiquitous as we go forward. Finally, my friend and longtime radio broadcaster Ron Bremner talks about the importance of giving back. Many of you in this room started out in small-town radio stations, and while you will not all be welcome back, some for good reason, don't forget where you came from. Mentor, send emails, and encourage. In other words, be interested and keep the pipeline strong. Finally, I'd like to thank you all for being here with us, the honorees, tonight. Special thanks to my network for being here, friends from Calgary, New York, Vancouver, St. John, and in particular my family and especially my wife Mary, who has been a supporter of me in my 25 years in broadcasting. It has been a great ride. Thank you very much.